Don Wilson says he last saw his daughter on Saturday, July 13th.
Well, him and Chanell went up to Macon, Georgia.
At least, that was the plan. Chanell and her boyfriend, who lived with her dad.
After I heard nothing else from her.
Earlier this week, he learned Chanell's boyfriend was seen in Atlanta. Don read the last text he sent him.
Say, Pop, tell Chanell, call me ASAP. Why she ain't been answering the phone? You know why she ain't answering the phone? She can't answer the phone. You killed her.
While a family was fighting for justice for a young 13-year-old who lost his life to a gun crime, they would be hit with another tragedy that was close to home. A tragedy that was so unexpected and left loved ones with so many questions on how and why the crime occurred. What family thought was a mini trip for Chanell Crosby turned into a missing person case quickly. Then, as the family spoke with the news to get coverage out about Chanell, her father received the worst call imaginable. She was found, but sadly was not good news. What truly happened to this 35-year-old mother, and why have authorities not made an arrest? When it comes to senseless gun crimes, one family is no stranger to the hurt and pain these crimes bring. The family not only has experienced one, nor two, but 3 tragedies in 2-year span. A heartbreak that no one should have to endure, especially for no reason besides someone playing God and taking someone's life. The focus of this video, however, will be on 35-year-old Chanell Crosby and the horrible tragedy she went through as a mother. Chanell became a mother on December 30th, 2008 at the age of 20 to a son she named Jamiren Cordell Crosby. Jamiren was her whole world, and she thanked God all the time on her social media for allowing her to become a mother. Her son also gave her the motivation to go back to school because she did not graduate high school herself, and she wanted to set a positive example. Chanell finished up school in December 2010 and decided to go on to Everest College. She went to Everest to become a medical administrative assistant and graduated college in 2012. Her hard work and determination paid off, and she planned on giving Jamiren a good life. Then as years passed, she would be that mother involved with all her son's school events, from bake sales to speaking with kids and donating money. There was nothing she would not do to make sure he was supported and provided for. In Jamiren's 5th grade year of school, for a school dance, his mother went with him since she never had the chance to go to prom. Chanell said everything about that night was good and said that she and Jamiren danced the whole time. She wanted things to be different for him than they were for her. She again wanted him to know that she was in his corner. Not only did Chanell pour into her son, she also poured into the community with the Crosby organization to help students, teachers, and small businesses. By the time her son was in the 8th grade in 2022, he was said to be still a great student and making straight A's as well. Even though life appeared to be going well for the young boy, something took place in September 2022 that changed life for everyone. It was around 2:30 in the morning on Saturday, September 17th, and Jamiren was seen on video walking towards a wooded area with an alleged friend. Where they were headed, no one knows, but what is known is that no one ever heard from Jamiren again. He unfortunately was found in the wooded area behind his home on Monday, September 19, 2022. A girl walking home from school saw him holding onto a tree, unalive, with flies covering his face. He had been shot. His mother says she tried her best for her 13-year-old son, and she just doesn't understand how anyone could want to hurt him. He was outgoing, courageous, and talented, Chanell stated. She also was working closely with the police to find out who might be responsible. After the passing of her son, who at this time was one of 3 kids she had, Chanell continued her fight to get justice for her son. However, sadly, almost 2 years later, there's still been no arrest in the unaliving of Jamiren. While the family was still grappling with the 13-year-old's passing not being solved, another horrible crime took place that almost mirrored Jamiren's situation. This time it was Chanell, who is now a mother of 4 kids, including Jamiren. According to loved ones, she left home on July 13, 2024, with her boyfriend, Jamal Harvey, to head to Macon, Georgia. The two made it to Macon, and Chanel's father, Don, who lives with her, said he last talked to her around 11 p.m. that night she left. Her family didn't hear anything from her the next day on July 14th, so the 13th will be the last time anyone heard from Chanel. Her boyfriend Jamal made it back to Atlanta but couldn't tell the family a straight answer or when Chanel's whereabouts or what happened to her. He didn't even return to the home that they shared together. Her father was surprised that Jamal was back in Atlanta. He didn't come back to the home, but he did ask that Chanel contact him immediately when he heard from her. Chanel's family wanted to do an interview to spread awareness of her being missing. During that interview with the news station on July 19th, her father got a call from the City of Atlanta Police Department that her body had been found, the West End Metropolitan Rapid Transit Authority in Atlanta. This station is about 9 miles from her home. The Transit Authority Police Department confirmed around 2 p.m. that day someone noticed a foul smell coming from a car parked at the station. Chanel's body was found in the back seat of a black abandoned sedan. Details surrounding Chanel's unaliving remain scant, as the Atlanta Police Department had not released much information. However, they have led the call for public assistance, urging anyone with information to come forward. The investigation is ongoing, and the authorities are remaining tight-lipped about potential leads or suspects at this stage. But if anyone has any information, they are encouraged to contact the Crime Stoppers Atlanta tip line at 404-577-TIPS.
Atlanta police confirmed late Friday night that they had found 35-year-old Chanell Crosby in the West End MARTA station parking lot at around 5:30. But shortly before that, I met with Crosby's family to help spread the word about her disappearance in the hopes they could still find her safe and sound. I spoke to her father, Don Wilson.
Well, Emma Chanell went up to Macon, Georgia, and I kept in contact with her until about 11 o'clock that night. And after that, I heard nothing else from her.
According to investigators, Crosby was last seen by her family on July 14th before leaving for Macon. According to the family, she left with her boyfriend, Jamal Harvey. But the family says Harvey came back without her. She also left without her 3 young children. But minutes after we spoke with Wilson, he got a phone call from Atlanta police. And just as we were about to interview other family members, he delivered the news.
They found my daughter.
Wait, what?
They found her? What?
Her family, distraught at the devastating update. Wilson told us his daughter had been found in a car at the West End MARTA station. Fox 5 found MARTA police and APD investigators combing the parking lot for evidence and paying special attention to this black sedan. Even before Wilson got that dreaded phone call, he had told us he felt something was wrong.
I just feel like, my intuition tells me she's gone.
Cody, if this story couldn't get any more heartbreaking, you've interviewed Chanell several times yourself after her oldest son was killed.
Yeah, I actually met Chanell when her oldest son was up in Lithonia in DeKalb County in September of 2022. This is a picture of the two of them. And Chanell and I spoke a lot as I helped her keep her son's case in the public to help catch his. In fact, this picture, it's just heartbreaking. It's of the two of them. Chanell never got the chance to go to prom, so Jamarian invited her to his school dance so she could finally go to a prom. But tonight, again, her investigation's still underway to find out what exactly happened to her.
As this distressing story unfolds, the community is left grappling with the shadow of loss that now falls multiple times over this family. This family has been through so much, and to not have any arrests on the mother and son's behalf is heartbreaking. Not only did the family lose both mother and son, but according to news reports, 5 months before Jamiren was unalived, on April 20th, 2022, Chanell also lost a brother during a robbery attempt at his Atlanta apartment complex. Police said the homicide happened near the 2800 block of Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in the Harlan Terrace neighborhood. Police found 39-year-old Darrio Giles unalive. According to investigators, the victim might have been in possession of a substantial amount of money. His unaliving is also unsolved at the time of this video. So 3 family members in 2 years with no one behind bars. I can only imagine the family's anguish with all 3 cases. Though much is not truly known to the public about how close the authorities are to solving any of these cases, what is known is that Chanell was in a relationship with someone that is not telling the whole story. According to the family, Jamal Harvey was the last known person she was seen alive with, and something is definitely fishy. Chanell leaves behind a 9-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 7-month-old who now have no mother, and it is very sad. All of their lives mattered, and I pray that justice comes for all these victims. Please let me know your thoughts on this situation, and if you know something, say something. Also, don't forget to comment your prayers for this family in their difficult time, and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.